since my last video, and I think I'm a little shy. I'm not shy, I'm never shy. I think I'll do soft spoken just because my mic is kind of far away and I haven't really figured out a good setup for it. My mom got me this mug. Shout out, Mom. It has an H on it. It has an H on it. An H for Henny Banani for Hannah. I'm just drinking some mint tea. I wonder if I put my camera a bit lower, if that would improve anything. I'm trying not, I don't want you guys to see this lamp back there because it's kind of bright. I don't really know what to do. Okay, anyway. I'm back a year later. Better than ever. Debatable. No. Back a year later. New look. I'm just wearing my natural hair. And my best friend is a hairstylist. And she gave me bangs. But I don't know how to rock it. So I don't really know if this video counts as ASMR so far. Because I'm not really doing any tingly sounds. I can start right now though. Okay, let's do a little bit of tingly. I guess throughout this video I'll just switch off between whispering and soft speaking. So let's do a little bit of a whispering. I'm sorry about this weird angle. As I said before, still figuring out the setup, but I just had some inspiration to make vids, so I thought I would jump on it before I lose all momentum. Guys, what can I say? It's who I am, okay? I'm working on it. New year, new me. So, what to say? Firstly, I would like to thank Jessalyn ASMR for inspiring my ASMR comeback. I cannot stop watching her videos. That woman is, first of all, brilliant. I would love to just talk to her one day. She just knows so much about history and politics. I think, I don't know, she just seems badass and cool. And I really enjoy her speaking voice. She has almost a transatlantic accent sometimes, which I find so mesmerizing. I just love listening to her talk. Yeah, so shout out to Flynn. Love you, girl. I really feel like no one's gonna watch this video because it's barely ASMR, but this is just sort of an update for whoever wants to know, for whoever cares about little old me in this corner of the internet. Guys, what a crazy time. It's been 8 or 9 months, so basically all of 2025. I'm not gonna lie, not my best year, but at the same time, what a catalyst of a year. Just, I feel like I've grown so much. I have 47 billion new hobbies. Okay, you want to talk about someone with many interests? This little chicken right here. I got a guitar, slowly but surely making my way through learning chords. Eventually I would like to learn scales, the whole 9 yards. I want to be able to play the guitar. When I was a little young, I was gonna say chap, but you know what, screw gender norms. When I was a young chap, I did play the drums in middle school, percussion. Thank you. As well as the clarinet. My spit-soaked reed. For any of you who also played the clarinet, what a nerdy instrument. Loved it. And then I ditched band for musical theater, so c'est la vie, such is life. Anyway, I really wish that my mom would have like forced me to like play piano or something, but alas, here I am, 29 years old. I cannot believe I'm gonna be 30 in August. That's crazy. For anyone of you wondering what aging is like, it's so bizarre. I think also because I live in a city like Paris. Well, I live in Paris. I don't think I feel as grown up as my friends back home who are still in the suburbs. No shame. Maybe who have kids or are married, because my life, like my social life and I don't know, like my personal life, I guess, has gotten more and more younger feeling as I get older. Like I certainly go out more, and I know I do a lot of like young feeling things with my friends, like if you can say, but then it's like, what is young feeling things? Like who says going out to a club or to a bar or I don't know, like having picnics with your friends, like that doesn't necessarily have to be categorized as like a young thing to do. Like these are all just like human things. And I think that's such an amazing part of growing up and getting older, is that you realize that like things that you thought before that only young people could do, actually everyone does. And you're gonna keep doing it for the rest of your life. And it's awesome. And it only gets more fun. Because you start to like really figure out who you are, and you start to just like stop giving so much of a freak like what people think. And I think yeah, it's like aging is just so liberating. I love each year that I can treat it as sort of like a marker of how much more comfortable I become with myself. And like that's not even to say that it's sort of like you sort of unravel who you are as you get older, or like I was gonna say it's kind of like peeling the layers of an onion, but I don't even think it's that, because it's not like you arrive at the core of who you are. I don't think that's what it's like. I mean, how would I know? I'm only 29, but I feel like it's more that it's like how could I describe it? It's just that you never, or at least for me personally, I never run out of things to be curious about. And so I often feel like my identity is very fluid. Like the older I get, the less and less I become attached to one identity of who I am. It's more just how I feel that day, what piques my interest, what excites me. And me changing my mind is no big thing. It's just fun, and I get to decide which path to go down on any given day. How cool. And this is why I think no matter how bad things get in life, there's so much to explore that I'm like, as long as I have a roof over my head, some source of income, who freaking cares what it is? Some people care. I don't really, I mean, maybe one day that will become important to me, but for now I'm okay. Anyway, I'm getting way too philosophical, but I just mean that I don't feel like I will ever run out of things to do. So, lucky me. I know that not everyone feels that way, so I am grateful that I was just born with this disposition of really enjoying life and like really just like being so sentimental and romantic about everything around me all the time. Like, I wonder if other people would find this exhausting, but I just cannot even go outside or exist in my room, in my little tiny studio in Paris without being like, my wood beam ceilings are so charming, my little orange couch, my little tile table, my little cup of tea, how sweet. Like, my friends. You know, the other night, my friends and I went to this place we really love. There's a billiards bar where you can go play pool, drink. It's also like Chinese food, I think. It's quite, I don't know, there's quite a wide array of things to do in this bar. But they have games there too that they just set off to the side. And me and my friends, we didn't really want to drink that night, so we each just got a tea and we sat in the corner and played Scrabble in this big room of French people, and it was so fun. And I had the best time ever. And I just love my friends, and I love being alive. So I'm just feeling very grateful for such a sweet life that I have. I may have just choked on my tea. I was too thirsty. Not the first time in my life. Can I get an amen? Okay. Guys, what the heck? What the heck is wrong with me over here? I don't know. Anyway, I was talking to you about my hobbies initially, and then I just got so sidetracked. Anyway, got a guitar. Woohoo! Learning. I am reading a lot. I'm almost finished rereading East of Eden by John Steinbeck, which I actually have a tattoo related to this book on my body. So good. Such a gorgeous I don't think I am so eloquent that I could even put into words the meaning that I extract from each sentence of this book. I think it's so, you could do like a full analysis on like every line of the book. It's just like, even when you think nothing's happening, it's groundbreaking human analysis, you know, into like human nature and just why we do the things we do and what it means to be human. Such a good book. I think everyone should read it. It should be required reading. I don't know why the hell we don't read that book in school, or at least no one I know read that for school. I think it should totally be studied. I would love to go through that book with a professor of literature. I think it would be even more meaningful than it is now. And that's one thing that I don't think we can really appreciate when we're in school, is what a privilege it is to, what a privilege, I don't know why I did that, sorry, but what a privilege genuinely it is to be able to dissect literature with a knowledgeable person, with a teacher. I think because in school you have so many other things on your mind when you're like, what, 14, 15, 16, 17? You're thinking about a billion other things. You're super hormonal. You have a social life to worry about. You have 6 other subjects or whatever. I think I was like starting school at 6 a.m. in 0 period, and I had all my other subjects to worry about. I couldn't really take advantage of that part of school, and I just think that's such a shame that, and I don't blame kids for not seeing it for what it is and for really being able to suck the marrow out of an AP literature class. But I do think it's super valuable. And even if you kind of are just going through the motions in high school or whatever, when you come back to it as an adult, you really think fondly of like, wow, that was such a gift. Like, Like, I remember reading All Quiet on the Western Front when I was like 15 and being like, I think this is a life-changing book, but I don't really have the capacity mentally to like really engage as deeply as I could with this piece of literature. And I think I will reread it. I have so many books on my TBR, to be read list for this year. I really want to get into more Brandon Sanderson. As you all know from my last videos, maybe, that I read the Mistborn series this year, which I really enjoyed. So would love to do like his other books, like The Way of Kings and the Stormlight Archives and all that. I also really want to read the Elderling. I don't even remember what the hell it's called, but Robin Hobb. Everyone and their mom has recommended this book to me because obviously I love fantasy, so would love to get into that. I would love to read Will of the Many, Project Hail Mary, there's more on there. I have a bunch of like non-fiction books about like, there's this one called Super Communicator, I think, that I really want to read. This one I have by my bed, it's called Cast. It's about, I think, just the way society, I'm thinking, I don't really know, but I'm assuming it's going to be like Western imperialist society, how we categorize and hierarchicalize, that's not a word, human beings, and what that has done to us as a species, for the worst, I think. But we'll see. Cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I have so many books I want to read. I can't even think of right now, but I also would really like to get into Proust. That was recently recommended to me. And yeah, more of the classics. I would love to get into more of the classics. Another thing I'm really trying to do this year is go analog, more so than before. I deleted TikTok because I was spending 4 hours a day, I think, solely on that app. I haven't had it for a couple weeks now, and the amount of free time I have since deleting that app is scary. So I don't think, as much as I love TikTok, I don't think I will be re-downloading that anytime soon, because bro, like, I gotta get off. I gotta get out of that. It's just a time sucker, you know? I want to be an active participant in my life and stop feeling like I'm spending so much time on my goddamn phone. So I think I'm gonna stick to YouTube, and then I have Instagram just because I deleted it off my phone, so I have to go on my like internet or desktop, whatever, view to go on it. I have to keep it just because I live in a foreign country, and my family and distant relatives and people from home, like, they like to see what I'm up to, you know, so I keep it for that reason. And you know, it's when you like meet new people, because I'm in a foreign country, I don't really love giving my number out, so sometimes it's just easier to be like, oh, what's your Instagram? So yeah, as far as life abroad goes, I'm working with an immigration lawyer to sort out my visa situation. I don't know if I've said this before, but I haven't been able to go home in 3 years. Totally my fault and my choice. But I'm getting a work visa through my job. I'm the manager of a cafe in Paris, if you didn't know that already. I love my job. It's so fun. I think eventually I would like to do something maybe more creative, like I would love to work in production, be on the set of, I don't know, like shoots, and I think I have a pretty good administrative side to me. Like I can see where problems are and fix them quickly, and I'm very quick learner. I'm very adaptable, and I love doing a good job, which is why I'm usually a very highly valued member of my team at work. I'm not trying to like sound like super conceited, but I've been promoted to a leadership position at every job I've ever had, ever, because I don't fuck around. Okay, I am like super chatty, bubbly, you know, I'm a Leo, but when it comes down to it, I'm like, okay, I'm at work, like let's everybody get their done. So that's always served me very well. Now this video is already 22 minutes almost, but I will say one more thing just about my hobbies. So guitar, reading, going analog, so that means collecting CDs, DVDs, all that kind of cool physical media, getting into scrapbooking, journaling. I got a vintage digital camera, which is cool. My ex-boyfriend in college got me like a really cool Polaroid camera that I never used. I think like I was maybe, I don't know if it was like subconsciously I was like not using it because it made me sad, but I'm using it again. So thank you, Austin. He's never gonna watch this video, but hilarious. He was always really, really, really good with camera stuff and got me this super nice Polaroid, so started using that again. What else? Oh, I went through a breakup last year. Well, okay, it was like not really a breakup. It was sort of like me and my ex had still been seeing each other for like a year after we broke up. I just like, well, after I broke up with him, but I just like had a really hard time like making a clean break, and then he kind of did it for me, which honestly I was like, this is good. Like I needed this. This was the universe telling me like, Hannah, it's time to up level. And I did, which is awesome. And I wish him all the best, and you know, no hard feelings, because I did end the relationship, so that was completely my choice, but always a hard thing to go through. Anyway, I used to have really bad stomach problems. I stopped eating gluten. Have not had a stomach ache since I stopped eating gluten. Craziest thing of my life. Never would I have ever in a million years considered being gluten-free until my friend who was a doctor was like, why don't you just like try to stop eating gluten for like 3 weeks, see how you feel. Oh my god, so much better. So yeah, don't eat gluten anymore. I stopped smoking weed. For anyone who knows, I was an everydayer. I used to smoke multiple times a day, every day, for over a decade. No, not over a decade. Almost a decade. I was hardcore. I went to college in Colorado, so you can imagine I was really, I was into it. And I used to work at a dispensary. I was a bud tender in Los Angeles, California. So there was a point where I was smoking. I don't need to get into that, actually. Not being a good influence. Anyway, it was bad. I don't smoke anymore. Cheeky cig when I'm drunk. That's it. I live in Paris after all. What can you do, guys? What can you do? So yeah, that's me loving life, living, laughing, loving. I have so many video ideas in this little noggin. I think I have yeah, so many ideas. We'll get to that. You'll be hearing from me soon. I hope this was relaxing in some way. It was more kind of just like an update to say like, I'm here, like, thank you for being here, and you can expect to be seeing and hearing from me very soon, okay? It might take me a little while to work out the kinks and get used to doing this again, but thank you so much for watching, and I love you dearly. And I know that this was 25 minutes of me talking about myself, but I do feel immense gratitude for your presence, for giving me your time, giving me your energy, and I hope that you felt that we could hang out a little bit today. And in the future, I would like to make these videos maybe less about myself and more about stuff I'm interested in. So history, philosophy, art, literature, you know, think like 1920s, 30s, 40s Paris. That's what I want this channel to feel like, but in the modern day. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go. Love you so much, and I really hope that you have a wonderful evening. And maybe next time I'll film this the other way around, so I'm not looking at myself the whole time, because whoa, crazy. Okay, bonne nuit, bonne nuit, and I see you soon. Okay, bisous.